So, welcome, NWAP. This is the Thanksgiving episode. We want to just talk about, everybody's Thanksgiving rituals and, what you've seen, what you've done. But we're going to put a little twist on it. So, I'll be moderating today, but I'm the Negroid Android.
I'm Smooth Order.
Tunde, Talk 7.
Last but not least, Lextopia.
Do you want some crowd
last
noise?
every time now.
There you go. There you go. Get that crowd noise in there.
Crowd noise.
Damn, that shit does kind of hype you up. I should do that more often.
That shit in the bathroom. Oh, I'm about to take a shit. Oh,
really?
Nah,
that's awful.
Nah. So I wanted to talk about Thanksgiving, and I wanted to phrase it in a kind of a unique way. So I want to talk about, like, if you had to compare your family and, like, the dishes that they brought to Thanksgiving dinners, like, who brings what dish, and then what superstar athlete do they represent? And I'll give you this one, right? I have this one aunt, and this is just an example. She brings, regular, she'll bring some fried chicken. It's, it's good, it's whatever. But what I love about her is that no matter where we are, if we're at church, if we're at at a dinner, at any family function, if there's a prayer going down, she breaks dance. That's very similar to the shit that Ray Lewis used to do, where he would come out the tunnel, and I love it. And it's not the same dance every time, but it's the same general move. She catches the Holy Ghost. It's the same general movement.
During a Thanksgiving prayer, dog?
No, she catches the Holy Ghost drop of a hat. Niggas would be like, hey, you just 5 for 5 coupons. Oh, it's like, got a joke
you gotta
about
look
that.
like Tyrone Biggums over there.
She'd be like, she'd catch the Holy Ghost for no reason. So, like, she's like Ray Lewis. She get everybody hyped. Like, it could be the most stupidest prayer. Like, one time, my cousin did a prayer, and it was a stupid 12-year-old prayer because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know words.
Aww.
But it was, it was heartfelt. And she caught straight up damn Holy Ghost, and I loved it. Loved it. So we're going to go about it like that with the first question. So I guess I'll start with Lex. You tell us.
Well, first of all, how do you know what we do for Thanksgiving? So for me, for example,
there it is.
I've only...
You got like everybody do the Thanksgiving that you do.
Yeah, because...
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Because in my house...
How do you do Thanksgiving? Let's start with that.
Because I only have my immediate family, right? I've never lived around a lot of cousins or uncles and aunts and grandparents. So it's my 2 parents, my 2 brothers, and me. So it ain't no bring no dish. It's, damn, what time is this food gonna be ready? And my parents, mom and dad, usually making all of it and put it on the table and we eat. So I don't know about having like somebody to call an all-star. I'm trying to think, but I mean, it's just some regular shit. I'm sorry. We don't have the whole cool like family dynamics for holiday shit like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Tunde.
All right, so well, first let me say this. I haven't been home for Thanksgiving since 2004 because, like, it's very expensive to travel for Thanksgiving weekend, and I feel like flying across the country and spending like $800 isn't worth it for 3 days. But yes, the superstar would be my mom, from what I remember. So we don't have the traditional, like, Thanksgiving dishes.
Mm-hmm.
We eat mostly, Nigerian food. So we have this thing called puff puff. It's like
take that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's like a sweet kind of doughy kind of bread. It's really good, and my mom's is great. So I'm gonna say that's what she makes.
What's that, like just a side item?
Yeah.
Does your family make okra?
Okra? Yeah.
No, okra. It's like the fried bean.
Oh, no.
I'm saying, right? No. All right. And so, what? Your mom, and then she's a superstar. What athlete would you compare her to?
LeBron James. What you think?
Okay, now that's fair.
LeBron James.
All right, Smooth Rider.
I think that I usually can make it home, or I'm usually close to home for Thanksgiving. But I'm actually going to give the MVP to my girlfriend for Thanksgiving.
Aww.
And I'm going to give it to her because we don't get to spend a lot of Thanksgivings together, or we haven't got to spend a lot of Thanksgivings together, either because I was working or she was working or we were living in separate cities. But one time when I used to work the morning shift, I used to work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Earlier that week, we were sort of discussing Thanksgiving, and we didn't really have any plans or whatever. So we were just kind of like, well, I guess we'll just kind of figure out when I get back. So I go to work in the morning, like I always do. I went to work that morning, like I always do, and I came back, and she had like a whole fucking spread of stuff, right? So she had like Thanksgiving colored stars, like little glitter stars on the table. She had like a little Thanksgiving wreath that said like Happy Thanksgiving, like at the table. And she had like Thanksgiving like placemats and fucking napkins and shit. Like it was like real fucking festive, whatever. She made all my favorite shit. She made cornbread. She had ham. She had, macaroni and cheese. She makes like the best macaroni and cheese. It's fucking delicious. And she had like all this stuff, and she had like drinks. She had like all this different shit, right? I was like, man, like it's probably like one of the best Thanksgivings I've ever had. So we don't get to do it that often, but when we do it, she does do it big. So she gets to be the superstar for Thanksgiving.
Do people come over?
Okay.
No, it's just me and her.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what's up.
Like a nice Thanksgiving like family dinner for the two of us.
Oh.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Also, another reason my mom is the real MVP. The last 3 years, she's actually flown out here for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so I think the last 2 years we've had Thanksgiving dinner at my girlfriend's house. So I think,
No, go ahead.
yeah. So I think that's pretty dope of my mom to get that I can't make it home for Thanksgiving, so she comes out here.
Okay. I was gonna say actually, I gave like the example of my aunt, like she reminds me of Ray Lewis because she catch the Holy Ghost, but that's just one particular aspect. Recently, since I've been married, my wife's brother, he's a chef and he owns a restaurant in Phoenix. And when I tell you this nigga, like we went to, I think this was 2016, maybe 2016, 2015. I don't know. Maybe it was 2015. But I was out in Phoenix with them, and he cooked the whole meal, but he did it in a very not fast, but like a really concise time.
That's what real chefs can do, yeah.
Yeah, and he knew that all right, I'm gonna cook this in this and in this place of the oven because this temperature it'll heat faster here. And I mean, the dude, his mom, my wife is half Chinese, half Somalian. And so we spent time with her mother. Her mother's Chinese, so she made this I don't know, it's a Chinese dish. It was dope. It was great. And then her brother made he made the turkey, he made greens, he made mac and cheese. And I don't eat everybody greens, right? Because he's Chinese and they have separate fathers, so he's Chinese and Italian. I don't know, man. I ain't never heard no Italian collard greens, but his greens were phenomenal. And I was like, this shit don't count. That nigga, he's legit. And I'm gonna have to give him maybe not. Yeah, he's I don't want to say
You make me have to change mine too.
Yeah, I don't want to make him Michael Jordan, but the dude, I'll tell you who he is. He's Robert Horry. He's Big Shot Bob. Because he did that, right? But then also at my wedding, right? At the wedding, he made noodles. He made this, this dish that had noodles and broccoli and the sausage that was cooked up. But I didn't know, like, the nigga, like, made, like, flour and eggs and, like, made the noodles. I guess, like, I've been living in, like, just, like, poverty all my life. But I had never had, like, fresh made noodles. It tastes completely different. It don't taste like regular, like, spaghetti. Like, when it, like, I'm gonna get fancy spaghetti, I think that means we putting, like, the angel hair in it, like, the real the real thin
Switching up the pasta.
Right, that's dog. This shit was phenomenal. And then he got everybody drunk because he did this thing with tonic water and ice. Just put a bunch of tonic water, a bunch of ice, and then a bunch of vodka. Then he soaked a bunch of fruit in it. So everybody thought, oh, this is ice for your drinks. So they were taking the ice out of the tonic water and like that had vodka and fruit in it and pouring it in and making their own mixed drinks. And dog, I'm telling you, it was like I was like, yo, this nigga, you won. I was like, Marco, you the man.
Yo,
Like,
so I'm gonna have to change mine too because my youngest brother is married and his wife is Russian. She's a white Russian lady, but she cooks so fucking good. Like they lived at the time they were in Arizona last year. We went to their house and I was so amazed. Me and my other brother were so amazed because we were like, so when are we gonna start cooking? Like everything was prepped, like turkey, all that stuff had been seasoned overnight or whatever. But I'm so used to like in the South or at home, like them putting that shit in the oven at like 6 and then it don't even come out to like 20 hours later type thing. I swear. But no, for real.
So 20 hours later.
My dad, even when I was at home a couple weekends ago, my dad's like, yeah, I'm gonna start making dinner. I'm like, Dad, it's 2:00. Man, you know I don't do that 20-minute cooking. Like everything he makes is slow as hell. Because he thinks that's how you have to cook for flavors to come through. This fool, my sister-in-law, made like the whole Thanksgiving dinner in like 2 hours. And we were just like, me and my brother were like, man, this ain't gonna be good. Like, I don't know. That shit was so flavorful. And just how you're saying, like, with being a chef, it's like she knew exactly like how to maneuver everything, didn't waste nothing, everything tasted good. And we were like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I didn't even think to make Thanksgiving. Bro, no, he wakes up and she has like 20 pieces of bacon ready for him and coffee. He comes home from the military shit for lunch. She got lunch ready. Dinner be ready. I'm like, man, I need to move in with y'all because she be cooking.
Marco did something where he made like a gravy where he basically boiled down the bones and the fat from like this pork,
they use everything.
Like pork shoulder. And I was like, nigga, ain't no bone. He was like, no. The marrow is gonna make it a little bit more savory. And if he's like, yeah, the way you do this is like you do it, you put it in the broth and you use minimal salt. And I was like, I don't know, dog. I eat salt and vinegar chips. You ain't gonna tell me you ain't gonna use salt.
Right.
Dog, this shit is so good. And I was like,
it's salty.
Yeah, I think niggas just be like,
when you know how to really cook, like you can have minimal stuff, but it really like brings out the real flavors of the real foods.
Yeah.
Can we talk about foods, by the way? Because
hold on, I was gonna get Garfield. Garfield, did you want to?
No, I'm still here. What happened?
No, I thought you had your hand up.
No, I was scratching my ear. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, so then you would have said you want to talk about food. I was gonna ask what are some Thanksgiving rituals, but before we get to that, let's talk about food.
What's the trash food? Because everybody be talking real reckless and fugazi on Twitter, and I don't like that.
I think the most difficult food to make that pleases everybody is macaroni and cheese because everybody likes it a certain way. So that's an easy dish to not get on everybody on board with.
Yeah, but that don't mean everybody likes mac and cheese. Though. Nobody's saying like mac and cheese is trash.
No,
we all know that everybody doesn't make it the same. Like people talking about cranberry sauce is trash. People talking about the dressing. Dressing.
Cranberry sauce? That's not
dressing.
Trash.
People talking about dressing's trash. People talking about put marshmallows on your yams, which I did think about the other day. Like that is dessert as hell, but whatever. Like we make everything. I heard somebody was like, "Yo, if your aunt don't have diabetes, I don't want her to make the dinner." Like we need all the extra sugar.
Wow.
And I'm like, nothing about nobody who don't have diabetes.
Oh God!
I think the turkey's trash, but everybody's like, you gotta smoke it, you gotta do this, you gotta roast it, you gotta what else fry it. I'm like, cool, I get that. Trash. I get that. No, that's good. It's good. That's the best turkey I've had was a fried turkey, I think. But still, I don't care about the turkey as much. Like that's just not.
Yeah, I'm never here. I'm never at
turkey's just kind of whack to me.
I also think we have different types of food. So I'm gonna go with your question.
Like nobody's making mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. Somebody brought that up and they got ridiculed.
That's because that's trash. Oh no, I'm thinking potato salad. Potato salad is trash.
Potato salad is trash for Thanksgiving.
Whoa, what the fuck? what are y'all doing?
You don't need anything cold on your table at
Listen,
Thanksgiving besides
Potato
maybe
salad
the
is
cranberry
designed to
sauce?
kill black people.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. There
That's
will be no
cookout food.
potato.
That ain't Thanksgiving.
There will be. What is Thanksgiving? It's just a big ass cookout. There will be no
No.
potato.
Nah, I'm
potato
with
salad.
partially with Garfield because
There's
like
no
my family
potato
is Bahamian.
salad. Listen,
comforters.
there's no potato salad slander happening at any point during this podcast. None.
Shit,
Whatsoever.
you alive? I'll stand that shit all day. That shit
Nigga,
is
Potato salad and
trash.
grilled chicken.
All right.
What is
Yeah,
trash?
it's trash.
I'm gonna punch you in your fucking
I think
teeth.
potato salad is
Salad
good. I just don't
is
want it for Thanksgiving.
Trash.
I'm gonna punch the beard off
It's
your
trash.
face.
But I think sometimes you gotta switch it up too, though, because like there's been a couple Thanksgivings ago where my mom was like, "Yeah, let's just do something different." We made seafood. We had like crab legs and shrimp.
That's
and,
good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we just
like,
switched the whole thing
Thanksgiving
up
ain't
because niggas is
they
tired
gotta
of
be one
turkey and
thing.
shit.
Yeah, they gotta be like one thing. I'll fuck some crabs up for Thanksgiving. I don't give a damn.
I mean,
So
honestly,
oh, go ahead.
honestly, I think that most Thanksgiving foods, and they're not really my
They're not the
favorite.
best. Yeah, same. They're not my
You mean
favorite.
traditional Thanksgiving foods?
Yeah, traditional.
Like soul food, period, is not my favorite, and I don't want to hear no jokes.
Whoa, guys,
I don't hear no jokes.
guys. What the fuck?
But it's
What
not
is
my
I
favorite.
didn't know we were going anti-soul food. Like this
I
is
know.
this
It's not anti. It's not anti. I'm just saying.
It's anti-American ass podcast. What the fuck is going on right now?
I'm
So,
just saying,
communist
like,
now.
it's
so
just
my
not.
mom,
But it smells so good that day. Like you wake up in the morning. That's the only day you wake up and shit just smell great. Like
Wait, how y'all feel about chitlins?
I don't eat no.
nah,
I don't
I'm
eat
good.
ass.
My dad ruined Christmas
I
one
don't- I
time
don't-
trying to make some chitlins.
I never
I don't
had
eat
so.
pig ass.
I've never
I don't
had
eat pig ass.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Half my family is
that's
Bahamian, the other half is from Mississippi, so I get all of it.
That shit smells like shit.
Yeah,
It actually
It's a lot of food
It smells
that
like-
doesn't smell good, and when you eat it,
smells
it's
like-
fine.
no.
Nah.
Chitlin smells
that
like
smells like
boiled
you.
shit.
That's
Okay,
a
so y'all
warning you
niggas-
shouldn't be eating it.
So y'all never ate chitlins?
It
No,
smells like
never.
a warning that you should not be eating it. You should not be eating where your feces comes through, where your body is designed to get the waste out of your body.
Wait, but
That's
black
not the
people
part you eat.
always look. Soul food comes
Black
from
people were slaves.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They had to have something in their stomach.
I had to have something to eat, but I'm not eating that. I'm free now.
I don't eat
Kind of.
chitlins no more because
Kind of free.
people have grossed it out for me, but I've definitely eaten my fair share of chitlins. Like,
Well, you don't have any
I'm
boundaries.
sorry about that, Des.
What does it taste
Right.
like, Des? It smells
It
too bad
tastes
for me
like
to taste it.
ass.
it tastes good.
It
I didn't know
tastes
y'all niggas didn't. Well, you've never eaten a chitlin?
Never.
Listen,
I might have
listen,
tried to
listen,
try it,
listen,
but I
Des,
didn't
Have you
listen,
had it before,
listen.
or have, like,
My parents are from Nigeria. If
I
you think
get
we
it.
eat
You
chitlins
are
in
not-
Nigeria, then you're
They
sadly
do?
mistaken. No, hell no. What?
That is sadly mistaken.
No, hell no.
Bro, my Memphis,
But I bet y'all don't
Tennessee,
eat comforters
Mississippian dad has made chitlins, and it's terrible.
You eat comforters? I know Lex. You eat.
Yes, I
comforters.
love comforters.
So wait, Tunde, have you had that?
I don't know what that is.
I mean, the
See, that's a
comforters is
cultural
not
thing.
necessarily
That's why I'm not tripping on that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not tripping on Tunde not eating chitlins, but y'all ain't never had a chitterling?
No.
I might have had to taste it, but I don't remember. It's bad. Nah.
Okay, so let's get back to the questions. What are some family rituals that y'all got, if you have any, around Thanksgiving? Go ahead, Smooth Warrior.
We gotta dress up, and not like suits and ties and shit, but like we gotta put on like a nice, like a nice shirt. You know what I'm saying? Some slim jeans or whatever. Like we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's also, I mean, we don't get to see each other. Because usually when we end up doing Thanksgiving, it's with family. Like my mom lives in Fort Lauderdale, mom lives in Tampa, and then my mom's cousin lives in Ocala. I don't know what the relation. I don't know if she's my cousin or just my mom's cousin. I don't really know how that whole family tree situation works. But we don't see each other that often, so that'd be like the 1 or 2 times that we see each other a year. So we'll put on something nice, and then we'll say a prayer, we'll take pictures and stuff like that or whatever. And those are just pictures that go up on the wall in the house and stuff like that. So we have to dress up for that. But I think that's it. Like I don't think we have any other traditions. We're Jamaican, but we're not like really big on traditions. For my mom just be out here lawless. She's doing whatever the fuck she wants. So I don't have no damn traditions.
Lawless.
Yeah, she's
Right.
be out here, dog. She's be out here.
Lex, do you guys have traditions? I know you said like
So my dad, every Thanksgiving, my dad always like will watch that Macy's Day Parade. And we used to watch it with them, but now I'm like, this is so trash. Like, this is not entertaining. But so that's always gonna be on in the morning. You wake up smelling the food. When we were younger, my brothers and I, we used to always dress up. I don't know why. I guess maybe I'm a bossy sister because I used to always like try to make us have like put a little skit together or some shit. Like we had to entertain people, but like we like I dress up. Me and Hess would always dress up as like Native Americans. We make the youngest one always. He was always like the craziest thing. Like the youngest one was a pilgrim. Even at Christmas, like he was always Santa Claus. We would dress up as elves. So like we would dress up and like play out Thanksgiving, I guess. Which now I'm like I don't remember what the fuck we did because I don't remember what we were doing. But we used to just always dress up and like try to make skits and shit.
You were acting out genocide.
Yeah, we would just be acting out stuff or whatever, and eating dinner probably pretty late. Well, like by 3 or 4 maybe. And then watch movie, take a nap, watch Home Alone. You gotta watch Home Alone to signify the beginning of the Christmas season. And then you go back and make another plate. That's about it.
Okay. Tunde.
I think traditions, we eat food, and that's it. Like, I'm like my family.
Y'all drink at y'all's Thanksgivings? Because we didn't drink at our house really. I do now.
I mean.
But like, as your family, like there's like a drunk uncle or anything like that?
Well, most of my extended family still lives in Nigeria, so it's mostly like my immediate family. My parents don't really drink, so yeah, no one was drunk like that. As an adult, maybe a beer here or there. That's about it. Thanksgiving is like a uniquely American thing, right?
Yeah.
But like I've had a Thanksgiving in the Bahamas before, but it's just because we were down there, we invited everybody over and everybody ate. Niggas don't care if you say, "Oh, we about to eat." They be like, "Okay, cool, Thanksgiving."
Right. It don't got to be Thanksgiving. It be Tuesday. Niggas will show up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think for me, I had one ritual that's been continuous in my family, and then I had one ritual that like at a time I was doing with my cousins every year. One ritual was we would play spades. Like everybody, it would be like, but it was like cross generational. It would be like uncles. We'd all get together and play spades and like kind of just trash talk one another, have fun with it. And that's something I really enjoyed. Or dominoes. But then the other thing was up until about like when I left for college, every year we would go to the Broward County Fair and do our best not to get shot.
Wouldn't that mean not going?
No. You have to go to the fair. You just have to try to not get shot. But there's somebody's gonna get shot every year.
That's why I stopped going.
What kind of lives y'all lead?
Des is like, nigga, like, why would you stop going to a place just because of the chance you're gonna get shot? And I'm like, no, that's a really good reason to not go somewhere.
But that's the thing too.
See different approaches.
Because as I got older too, I used to be like, niggas go to the club after like on Thursday night and stuff, and I'm like, people do that? Like people go out or whatever, and we never did that. Like
y'all don't do that shit. That's a ritual.
Nah, when I'm at home, especially as I'm older, if I go home, I have to be in the house. Like I have to be with the family because it's like, oh, you just gonna come home and then go out and do this and that. And I don't like nobody in my city anyway. Like I don't fuck with other people I was like knew in high school and shit like that. So when I go home, I'm really go home to chill and like sit in the house for free and eat, and just chill. So ain't no going to the club or like what? It's Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be a family holiday. What are y'all talking about?
Well, a lot of people don't like their family, so
yeah,
that's fair.
Club. Our niggas ain't got no family, and they be at the club trying to make one with some strangers.
That's the thing that now I'm older. Like if I go home and like all my homies is home, nigga, we hitting the club like 30 deep. Like
we know you are, Des.
But no, I'm talking about like my friends who've left too. But like we all come home and like, hey, we can't go to the fair no more because they shut the fair down. Let's hit something up. Now we got Hard Rock. We do something. You know what I'm saying? But okay. So let me ask you this: given the history of Thanksgiving has kind of like messed up and really tragic roots, which is like a lot of things in this country, America's history is soaked in blood. How do you plan on celebrating it in the future with your potential family? If you know what I'm saying, if you don't have one.
That is kind of weird because it did just change. It just changed like Columbus Day officially. Well, I think just in certain
It's
places.
Indigenous Peoples Day?
Here it's Indigenous Peoples Day now instead. But Thanksgiving, man, you know Thanksgiving is too rooted for people to want to change that. They won't take it away. Maybe they could change the name, but I don't know. That is weird, right? And we still make this a big feast day, but it's like, what are we celebrating exactly? You celebrate what you're thankful for and family, and you erase the history of it.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's almost when people are like, "Well, why are you celebrating July 4th when black people weren't free until June, Juneteenth and all the other bullshit?" It's like, dog, it's not even about that, right?
You
Like,
just celebrate not going to work.
I think it's not even about that.
No, I mean it's not. I mean it's like, nigga, I ain't gotta go to work on July 4th. Let's celebrate that. I'm with my peoples. We having a barbecue. And we eating good food and we drinking good and we feeling good. Let's celebrate that. Like, don't nobody give a fuck. Whatever the shit is supposed to mean. I don't think anybody. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't think anybody doesn't give a fuck about what that means anymore, but these things change over time. Like Thanksgiving is just, in my mind, it's just another reason to get together with my family who I probably haven't seen in a while. It gives me an excuse to, to go visit my family or spend time or do whatever that I haven't been able to do in a while because now we have the day off to be able to do that shit. And that's all it means to me. Like, I don't give a fuck about, any of the other shit. Like, I understand like what it originally intended for, but I'm not really. That's not what I'm. Eating and drinking.
Right, we're not like, yay, kill all the Native Americans as we eat our dinner.
Okay.
But is that being insensitive because of how we're like bring these statues down because they kind of remind us of whatever bullshit? What if Native Americans feel like that, where they're like, we wish y'all wouldn't celebrate this holiday in our country?
I would totally support that.
I don't give a shit. If they said we don't call it Thanksgiving, call it, Day of Fellowship. Go.
Right, as long as we still eating, right?
Yeah, as long as we still eating and we ain't gotta go to work. I don't give a shit what it's called.
I wonder if there is anything about that, because somebody shut me up one time when we were having a Redskins conversation about the football team's name, and they were like, you know what? I used to be really anti, but I know it's totally different. But like somebody was like, yeah, I used to be really anti, but then he said they did a poll or survey among Native Americans, and they were like, I don't care. So he's like, I don't know if I should not care or care if they say they don't care. And I'm like, first of all, it's a survey of like a certain amount of people, but still.
They did that bias ass survey about, why are you protesting? And all the options. There were all these
bullshit. You can always make the numbers say what about
Kaepernick. And it was just like, oh, they're making it so that it's biased. Tunde, what was your question? What was your statement?
Oh, so how would I celebrate?
Yeah, in the future. When you got your own family and all that.
Thanksgiving is probably one of my least favorite holidays, so I don't really care for it. Like we've already discussed, it has issues with like how it was founded and how it affects Native Americans. I honestly see it as like a really gluttonous holiday. Like you go and you stuff yourself till you're uncomfortable and you sit around and do nothing, and I don't know. It's not really my favorite holiday. I understand the whole part about spending time together, but like the way like my life is set up, and as far as I am with my family, I use Christmas as that time to spend with family, more so than Thanksgiving, because like for instance, this year I'm going home for 2 weeks. Like I'll be in DC for like a literal 2 weeks. And I'll use that time to spend with family, and then they'll get on my nerves, and then I'll leave for a while, and then I'll go back, and that's how it's been for the past decade or so. So I guess it's something for the kids to celebrate as well, because kids love holidays. So
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, because
they get to go play football.
I hated Thanksgiving until I was older and like cared about the food more.
Well, I mean, kids
like
even in school, you don't remember like tracing your finger, your hand, and then like making a turkey, make a turkey, and
but still, as a kid, it ain't about like it's not like you're getting gifts and stuff, like every other holiday. Well, not every, but
I know a lot of kids that like Thanksgiving. So, if the kids like it, sure, but I could take it or leave it.
Okay. So let me ask this question, because I know. Wait, Garfield, did you?
So what?
Do you have any rituals that you want to do with your family, that you want to create with your family?
I do want to create some things, but you saw when I actually have like my own family, quote unquote, like with my wife and my children and everything.
Yeah. Like
I do think that we will come up with some sort of ritual or something to that effect, but I don't know what that thing would be right this moment.
okay. So I'm gonna move on to the next question because I know they're two separate things, but basically in our culture they're so intrinsic to one another. What is your craziest Black Friday story? Because I know a lot of people go from Thanksgiving straight to hopping in line. So what's your craziest Black Friday story? I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying it happens.
I don't have a Black Friday story, I don't think. I've only gone like a couple times, and then even when I went, I'm like, this shit ain't on sale. Like maybe I was going to the wrong places. I think Black Friday is only really legit if you're getting like electronics or certain types of shit, which I ain't never had the bread to be getting anyway, whether it's on sale or not. So I still get my gifts like 2 days before if I get gifts.
Okay. 2 days.
I used to be a big Black Friday person because like in grad school, I didn't go home a lot for Thanksgiving. So in grad school, I would stay in Nashville. So I'm there with like we used to do like what's it called? Friendsgiving or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would go to the club on that night, whatever, Thursday night. So I remember a couple of times like we would go to the club and then like after the club we would go like get some food. And by that time it'd be like 3 a.m. and we'd be like, fuck it, let's just go get a line for Black Friday. And this is like I think the last time I did it, that's how I know it was a while ago. Sugar City was still open.
Sugar City, damn, you're 200 years old. That shit been closed down, boy. Like 20-something years now, right?
20, really?
20 years,
I ain't been to Circuit City since I was like 4.
Circuit City closed like 2005. Thank you very much.
That's a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know why you keep doing this because like you're literally like 3 years younger than me.
Yeah, but I didn't go Black Friday at Circuit City. You could have said Best Buy.
Well, it was Circuit City, so how about
that? That time you slapboxed Jesus. That was a small.
If I'm not mistaken, everyone on this podcast is over 30. So
no, I'm fucking with you.
But yeah, so that's the last time I actually went Black Friday shopping, and I spent like I don't know.
That was like your college refund check?
Nah, I didn't have college. I didn't have refunds because you know.
Oh, because you didn't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, I didn't have loans, so.
Ooh.
I spent like $900 maybe. I got all my shopping done in one day, right?
God.
And because I bought all my Christmas stuff on Black Friday, and then I remember I was so excited. I got all the gifts wrapped. I took everything home. Like I was handing. This is like back when like portable DVD players were hot. Like I bought a bunch of those. I bought like just a bunch of like electronic shit. I took everything home, and like my family didn't appreciate shit. So I told myself, this is the last time like I ever like am gonna like go all out spending gifts. Now I just like if I'm dating someone, like I'll get her a gift. I'll get my mom a gift. But besides that, like fuck Black Friday. Like I'm more into Cyber Monday now.
I was gonna say everything's changed now.
Yeah. That's what I have to like, and I don't feel like getting into fights, pushing people over, like when the doors open.
They've changed it now where it's like, for some places it starts even before Thanksgiving and like it's longer and all this. So it's really just all, I think it's all kind of disgusting a little bit.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the OG Black Friday.
Yeah.
Like, Smooth Rider?
What was the question?
Do you have like a crazy Black Friday story?
Black Friday story? No, because I'm usually too broke to go shopping on Black Friday. I don't have any Black Friday stores. I can't even tell you last time I bought something on Black Friday.
Okay. I have a Black Friday story. I saw one person get like basically
shot.
I saw a car. No. I saw a car accident happen in a Best Buy parking lot. It was basically like two people going for a spot, and like nobody was like, you know how like you go for a spot and then somebody's gonna stop short. Nobody stopped short. So it ended up being like those two cars both going for it, hitting each other, and then hitting the cars that were parked in the spots next to the open spot. And it just be like, God damn it, y'all niggas are wildin'. And then I just remember being like, the one dude, like, he couldn't even get out of his car because he was coming from the left side. So the driver's side, he's on the driver's side, and that's what ended up hitting the car next to him in the empty parking spot because he was trying to get in. And then the other guy got out the car and was like banging on his window, and it was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah. And I did see somebody get offered like straight up $2,000 cash to give up their spot in front of a GameStop.
What?
Because dude was like, I'll give you $2,000 to get up and let me get this spot right here. And the dude was like, okay, hold on. And he called, and he called somebody. I was like, you finna do it? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna call my brother. He had his brother come pick him up. Like, all right, I'll leave. You can give me the $2,000. I'm gonna leave. And he got in the car and just drove off. And he was like,
what?
Nigga, instead of buying something, he came up on $2,000.
Wow.
Because he was the first.
I'm thinking about that guy though. It's like, why not just walk further and keep $2,000 in your pocket?
I have no idea.
Okay.
They were both white.
Like, that's a little extra.
I can't explain white people's logic to you.
Oh, it was a white person. Okay. Yeah, I don't even want to have an explanation anymore. Okay.
Niggas ain't doing that. $2,000, I ain't carrying $2,000 in cash on me.
For what? Right. Ever. What are you talking about?
Ever. Well, ever. Yeah. So that's all I got, man. If y'all got some Thanksgiving stories, share them with us. Hit us up on NWAPcast on Twitter, NWAPcast@gmail. And we want to hear your Thanksgiving.
If you think potato salad is trash, say hashtag.
Hashtag potato salad is trash, and then put your address.
In smooth order.
Put your address
on your location.
He about to send fades.
And then just
fades for Christmas.
We really gotta do this segment called smooth order fades. Like just you just offer the fade to somebody.
Boy.
Your list is getting long, nigga.
It's too long. He's like Arya out here, Game of Thrones, just
it's whatever.
Naming people off every day.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
All right.
Peace.
Happy Thanksgiving, damn! I'm not gonna wish people a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving,
prosperity, and we're thankful. We're thankful
whatever you celebrate. I'm thankful for all of y'all.
I'm thankful for my NWAP people, my crew. I'm thankful for the listeners. I'm thankful for. Yeah, that might be it.
Yeet.
That wasn't a lot. I have to think more about my list. But we're thankful for y'all, so we should express gratitude, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah. Smooth order's like, nah, just delivering fades. I'm trying to be civilized, but fine.
Fades on tight. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Peace, peace.